Hey everybody, this is Jim the Tabletop Engineer, and welcome back to my game of Return to Frostgrave. I am playing a solo campaign of my own design. I've taken most of the rules of Frostgrave and just applied some Homebrew rules to them. You can download this file. There is a link in the video description. And basically what it does is it just breaks the wizard level up into different levels of difficulty. Levels 1 to 7, levels 8 to 14, and level 15 and higher. Currently, I am level 11. I should have changed that. So I'm still on the second tier. Now, not only does it break it up into tiers, but it also has an order of games to play, and you just keep circling until you go to a new tier. Last game, I played a basic game at level 8, or level 8 and higher. Now, for game number 2, I'm going to play a basic game, but roll 2 times for starting random monsters at the far edge, middle. So way over there. So this is on page 177, and for levels, for my level, I'm going to be rolling on the third column, excuse me. I'm glad I checked that. So the third column here is just more dangerous monsters. And they'll both start on that opposite side. So let's go ahead and roll for those. The first one is going to be, well, I'll re-roll that. It went under. First one is going to be 13, which is a minor demon. Ooh, okay. I actually have one of those. And then the next one is going to be a 1, which is 3 armored skeletons. Okay, I do have those. That's not too bad starting out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate this and put them on that other side, and I'm going to show you where the tokens are placed. Here is one treasure token. Here's another. These are not visible from that end. And here is the special token. These two, if you get them off the board, are worth a standard loot roll. This one gets you a roll on the magic weapons and armor table, but it's farther away, so it's harder to get. These guys will start down here, and the skeletons don't move as a group. They're mindless, so they'll just wander randomly. The other thing I got to do is place the locale secret token. This does not affect your movement when you pick it up. Only the other tokens do, but you also don't get XP for this. It is 8 inches from the far token in a random direction. So let's roll. It's going to be this way, 8 inches. So that's going to put it right there on the very edge of the table. All right. I have started my warband down here. Now, the only other thing I'm going to do is my wizard learned animate construct. You can do an out-of-game roll before the game starts. You have to do so. The following modifiers apply to the casting roll. The casting roll for me is an 11. And I'm shooting for a large construct. So, and it would replace one of my soldiers, but -6 is the roll. So that means, actually, let's try for a medium. It's -3. That means I need to roll a 16 or higher. I rolled a 15, so I did not make it. I would have had to roll a 19 or 20 to get a large construct. Very difficult to do. Well, first off, you have to roll to see. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Excuse me. Let's go ahead, and I've brought in my guy with the bow. He was injured in, where is he? This guy was injured in the last game. He is now back at full health. Wizard's over here. Apprentice is over here. We don't know where the treasure tokens are. We're just going to explore, and those monsters will start over there. At the end of every round, I will roll for a random creature that will appear on one of the 4 corners. So the game does get hairy pretty quick. Let's go ahead. I've thought about this. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to worry about casting spells early in the game. Instead, I want distance. I want to move. So my wizard is going to move 9, which puts him right here. and he's going to take the wolf, or the wolfhound. The thug is going to go in front, and then the other thug is going to go here. That leaves one of my archers who will move in the soldier phase. No spell cast. They moved their full 9, so they are done. Same with the apprentice. We want to get on the board. We're going to go up the middle. The apprentice can move 9, which puts him right there. And then I'm going to put a thug in front, thug to the left, and the man-at-arms, or thug to the right, man-at-arms to the left, which is right there. I apologize. I've got really high terrain here. It's going to be a little hard for you guys to see it all. That leaves my apothecary, an archer, and an archer to move in soldier phase. So they have all moved. So now it is time for the enemies to move. We will come over here and I will roll randomly. Somebody who watches my videos suggested this. For their first movement, what you can do is move them. You roll a, what was it, a D12, and I don't have a, do I have a D12? I did get a D12. You roll a D12, and that's the direction on the clock. But anything between, it's anything between 9 and 3. Does that make sense? So 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. So we're going to go left to right. We're going to move this guy. He will move 10. So, and the skeleton, the armored skeletons move 6. So he will move, now this is hard terrain. So he would move here and he would stop. The directions say the wandering monsters stop at a, if they can't go any further. And then this one will move a 1. That's right here. So the minor demon, and let me get their stats. That way I don't have to keep referencing them. The minor demon has a move, fight, armor, health. Has a move of 6. Fight of +3. Wow. Armor 11 and health 12. The armored skeletons, which are undead, armored skeletons, they move 6. Fight is +2. Armor 12. Health 1. They're easy to kill, but their armor is good. All right, so he will move, I said 1, and he will move 6. He's a flying creature, so he can move here. And they will double move. I'm just moving their initial move. And this one moves 7. That's not within my range. 12, straight ahead. 6 inches, right there. And then this last one moves 6. That's not within my range. 6, not within my range. 1, same thing, straight ahead, actually sort of this way. So it would move and encounter a wall and stop. Then you roll again. This one, 12, straight ahead. It would climb over 1 inch, which is 2, 4, 6. This one right here, straight ahead, 6. The demon moves 2, which is this way. 12, 1, 2. Right there. And then this guy, 7. That's not going to work. 4 is not going to work. 6 is not going to work. 12. He would move straight. Now, since he's here, I'm just going to put it that he goes around. And sometimes you have to fudge the movement just to make it fit. All right, that is it for the enemy phase. Now we come over to the soldier phase. I want to keep my guys pretty tight and close. So he's going to move up 9, this archer here, so I can keep an eye over here. And this archer is going to move 9 to here, keeping an eye on this angle. And the apothecary will move, not quite 9, but up to catch the apprentice. And that is it for the soldier phase. So now we go back and we roll an enemy. On the third, now for level 2, you're not rolling on the, actually you are rolling on the level 2. Basic game rolls the level 1. And then for wizards level 8 to 14, you use the level 2 column while they're just for random monsters. I rolled a 10, which is 2 ice spiders. I actually have those, and those will appear at what edge? So the way I do this, I always repeat myself. Most of you guys watching probably know this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I start over here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I rolled an 11, which is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, all the way over here. So they are visible to my, one is visible to my archer. So they yell out, we have sight of an enemy, and that is the end of the turn. It is now the wizard phase. Wizard, we're looking, we're scanning for treasure. The wizard will move 9, which puts him right here. I'm going to scoot it over a little bit because I don't want to get too close. This guy can move here. He can move here. And the wolf can move 8, which puts him here. And then I'll just move him in front. That is it for the wizard phase. Again, not casting spells. Coming over here, the apprentice in here. We're gonna go this way. Well, no, we've spotted we spotted an enemy. So I'm gonna have my apprentice move up 6, which puts him right here. And then I'm going to send my soldiers up. And that is it. They moved 6. So now my apprentice will attempt to cast Elemental Bolt. I need to roll an 11. I rolled a 12. That is good enough. It is a +7 attack versus the enemy. That is an armored skeleton, and they are +2. +7 versus +2. I am blue. I rolled a 14 to its 7. 14 plus 7 is 21, minus 12 armor is 9. It only has 1 health, and I managed to destroy a skeleton. I will mark that on my board, and I will also mark a successful spell. You get 10 XP for that. And that is it for the apprentice. Now we go to the enemies. Well, the spiders. Okay, so let me go get the spider stats. And the spider stats, the spiders can move. I think there's 6. Let me find them. Ice spider. So I will write this all down. Ice spider has a movement of 6, fight +1, armor 8, and health 4. Armor 8, health 4. So these 2 spiders on their turn will move 6. Well, this one will. That one cannot see me, so it will move in a random direction. They don't communicate. It will move this way until it stops. 4, and then it goes up. And then this one will move an additional 3. And this one will move 3 in. Wow. Well, I'll just put it up high. It would climb the wall. It keeps climbing. All right. That seems like what a spider would do. All right, let's come over here. We have... Yep. This skeleton can see him. So he will move directly in that direction. 6 plus 3 is 9. He will move to right there. The minor demon over here will move 10. 9, 10. It will move here 2 inches and stop. I know it can fly, so it technically probably would be up here. And then it will move 1 this way. It'll just fly along the edge. And then there's a skeleton down here, which I rolled a 12. It moves straight up 6, and it hits the wall. Then it will move 4. I'm just going to say Well, it can move in the 4 because now I'm not up against the back wall. So a 4 would move it 2 inches, 3 inches this way, and that is it. Done, done. Spiders are done. Yeah, that is it. All right, now we have the soldier phase. Well, I have the archer, and the archer is going to move back. Actually, if I move, the enemy gets +1. Because if you move and then you shoot, they get +1. So I'm not going to do that. The archer is +2 to shoot. The spider is +1 to fight. I rolled a 4 to its 17, and I miss. Now I will move 6 inches back. And my apothecary will move behind, or move next to him. Because on the next turn, that spider is going to reach me. All right. Oh, and then I've got an archer here. Oh, hold on. This archer can see that spider. I will shoot at it. +2 versus +1. I rolled a 3 to its 16, and he misses. He thinks they've got it, so he's going to move his 6 to right here. And that is the end of the soldier phase. Now we roll for a creature. On the second chart, I rolled an 11. An 11 is a snow leopard. Okay, I have one of those. The snow leopard is right. Where are you? I know I got one. Maybe I don't. I'm going to sub in one of these rats for it. Where will it appear? I got to stop doing that. Where'd my die go? It's way under here. Okay, I'll re-roll it. 20, which is all the round back here. Okay, not bad. And that's always with respect to wherever I am. I know that was my starting side, but this is where it's facing now. All right, so we now have a snow leopard. Let me get the stats for that. I have a lot of enemies on the board right now. A lot of them. Okay, the snow leopard is move 8. Ooh. Fight +3. Armor 10, health 10. Ooh, they're tough. They're like a thug, but better. They got a better fight. All right, that is it. Now we are to the wizard. Now, we don't know about these guys over here. So the wizard will move his 6. And he spots the minor demon and the skeleton. We yell, I can move everybody. I'm going to send 8. I can send he can move 8 and then 4. He will engage the skeleton, my wolfhound, but he can't attack because he double moved. I will bring this guy over, and I don't have a ranged weapon. My pike will come over, no ranged weapon, but the wizard will fire elemental bolt, or try to, at the minor demon. I need to roll a 9. I rolled a 4. Do I take 5? I'm going to take 5 health. I'm down to 14. It's a successful spell. And it is now a +7 shooting attack versus the demon's +3. +7, +3. I rolled a 5 to its 12, and it dodges. Oh, okay. That is it for the wizard phase. My archer was over here. He will move on the soldier phase. Coming back over here, we have... Let me spin this around so you can see. We now have my apprentice facing off against him. Before I do anything, I'm going to fire elemental bolt. He needs to roll an 11. I rolled an 18, so that's good. It is a +7 versus +2. I rolled an 11 to its 11. Fortunately, this is 18 minus 12 armor is 7 damage. It only has 1 health, and I take out the other skeleton. All right, that was good. Clearing the board of at least one monster type. And I get a uncontrolled creature marked on my board. And since none of them moved, I can now move. Well, you're supposed to do the move first, so they're going to stay put. Well, no, they can move. They can move on the soldier phase since they didn't move this phase. The apprentice will move up 6. So right there. I see this treasure token. I kind of no, I don't think I see that one just yet. So the apprentice has moved up, and that is the end of the phase. The reason I don't get to move my soldiers is because if I wanted to move them, I should have done a group activation and everybody moved first, which means the apprentice would have stayed back and everybody would. But I didn't want to approach the skeleton, so that's why I fired Elemental Bolt. But they'll catch up with him on the soldier phase. All right, it is now the enemy phase. Well, let's take care of this. The skeleton is fighting my warhound, so the skeleton is +2. My warhound is +1. I rolled a 16 to its 11. I win. 16 plus 1 is 17 minus armor 12. He manages to destroy the skeleton. The skeletons are kind of weak with the 1 health. If you can get past their armor, you're doing okay. The minor demon, the closest enemy, is the wolf. So it will fly down and attack the wolf. It is +3 to my +1. I rolled a 6 to its 7. It got a 7 + 3 is 10. The warhound's armor is 10, so it does not, it just bites, but it doesn't really break the skin. You're done. Let's come back over here. We got the spider somewhere. All right, the spider can move 6. +3 is 9. It's 8, a little over 8. So it will engage with my my archer, and fortunately, it can't attack this round. What does this one do? I rolled a 12, so it moves 6 inches this way. Then what? It moves back 6 inches. All right, so he's just confused. He's examining these these crates to see if he can break in and get some sugar or something. And then lastly, we have the snow leopard, which moves 4, which would be this way. So behind the mat, 12. It will move 6 inches. Is it an excellent climber? It is an expert climber, which means it can go 3. And what is the height here? 5. Expert climber means it doesn't treat it as no movement penalty. So it goes 3, and then 5 is 8, and its movement is 8. And by the way, when it gets up here, it can see this group. So it will move 4. So it moves 1. It's climbing down. It's not going to be able to get all the way down, but it's on to me now. So I saw it up here, so I will be aware of it. And now it is soldier phase. All right. My archer will move to here. 6. I see the dog and the minor demon, but I will not fire into combat, so I can't. So instead, I'm going to move. I'm just going to stay there. The archer has. What weapon does an archer carry? I think they only have a dagger. Let me see. The archer has a dagger. A dagger is -1 damage. So I think it's a -1. I'm going to double check that. I usually don't use daggers in combat. So let's see what it is. Dagger. Quiver, crossbow. Daggers have a -1 damage modifier. All right. So he will strike. His fight is +1, and he's up against a spider, which is +1. I rolled a 14 to its 4. Well, my 14 + 1 is 15. minus armor 8 is 7 damage, so he kills the spider. I needed that. And now he will move forward because I alerted that I have there's a snow leopard. So he's going to move 6, which puts him right in front of the man-at-arms. The apothecary will also move up. And that is all for my soldier phase. All right, let's roll for new enemy. 15, a minor demon. Okay, we have another one up here. Okay, where does it appear? 11, all the way over here. That's good for me. All right. But, oh yeah, it will not be able to see anybody just yet. All right, it is now the wizard phase. The wizard, I see the treasure token. I want, the treasure's why we're here. I tell the pikeman to run and get it. So the pikeman runs up and picks it up. In my homebrew rules, that does not trigger a random monster roll. Random monsters appear at the end of every round, no matter what. I order this guy to run up and assist the wolf. He will fight. He's the axe and shield, so his armor is he has a magic shield that I gave him. He's +2 fight, and he gets +2 for the ally, so he's +4 versus the minor demon's +3. I rolled a nat 1. Ugh. The demon rolled a 13 + 3 is 16. Minus 11 is 5 damage. He has 5 health left. Okay, 5 health left. The wolf moved on the wizard's thing, so he does not get to attack. And I moved him up but chose not to shoot. That's it. That is it for the... hold on. This is the wizard phase. I moved him. The wolf this turn will activate on the soldier phase because he was not close enough to activate. The wizard will cast heal on the injured soldier. I need to roll an 11. I rolled a 19, so I did. Another successful spell. That adds 5, so he is back up to his full 10 health. And that is it for the wizard phase. I am out of time. I keep these under 30 minutes, so I will have to pick this up in the next video. In the next video, it will be the apprentice's turn, and I'll start right here, and I hope you'll join me. That will be in a week. This is Jim, the Tabletop Engineer. Thanks for joining me on my Return to Frostgrave game. I will see you in a week. Everybody, take care.
Check out the new RPG and Wargame newsletter. Each week, the Tabletop Engineer shares news, products, Kickstarters, and much more related to the gaming hobby. It's free to subscribe, so check out the link in the video description below to sign up.